are the captain. Your crew hasn't eaten in days. Their eyes are sunken, staring at you for an answer you don't have. You need land, or you need a grave. To the north, the mountain ring. It is safe, but unreachable. A vertical wall of stone, piercing the clouds, with no beaches and no landings. Only sheer cliffs you cannot climb. To the south, a glowing orange hell, the Draconic Isles. A furnace of ash and toxic gas. To steer south is certain death. Your only hope for food lies ahead. The home of the Harpies. But the narrow passage is guarded. On one side, a beast with 6 serpent necks. On the other, a mouth that swallows the ocean. Your navigator looks at you.
Which way, Captain?
You know the math. One choice loses everyone. The other loses 6. This is the choice you would have to make. This is Scylla and Charybdis. Before we head into the unknown, today's sponsor, Bold Spirit, offers something for those who want to take their health into their own hands. Ancient explorers used rituals to stay sharp and focused. They knew preparation was everything. Bold Spirit works with castor oil, a traditional cleansing tool that's simple, affordable, and often forgotten in a world chasing expensive solutions. Your body is your vessel. No journey works if the captain isn't prepared. So, get your Bold Spirit guide in the description and get ready. Now, back to the hidden world. History books place Scylla and Charybdis in the Strait of Messina, between Sicily and Italy. But why would the greatest heroes fear a small Mediterranean channel? Maybe Messina was a code, a metaphor. Did ancient cartographers use it to hide the true location? Here behind, in the second ring. This is the real Sea of Monsters. On one side of the passage dwells Scylla. She is a biological horror. 6 serpent necks erupt from her torso, each head armed with 3 rows of razor teeth. 12 tentacle legs. The body of a woman fused to the back of a reptile. She doesn't roar, she hisses. A low, predatory sound of escaping steam that you only hear once she's already within striking distance. On the opposite side lies Charybdis. She is less creature than mouth. 3 times a day she opens. The ocean doesn't just swirl, it inverts. The water forms a funnel kilometers deep. At the bottom, not water, teeth, thousands of them, rotating, grinding. The sound isn't a splash, it's a rhythmic, mechanical thrumming. The sound of the planet's jaws milling everything to dust. If you fall in, you don't drown. You're processed. Odysseus wasn't the first. Ancient texts speak of Jason and the Argonauts attempting this passage. Half his crew vanished. Aeneas, fleeing the fall of Troy, sailed these waters. He wrote, "Better to face 1,000 spears than Scylla's jaws." Even Hercules, the strongest man who ever lived, came to this passage. He fought Scylla with all his might. He crushed her necks and tore her apart. But the primordial sea god Phorcys brought her back. Scylla isn't just a creature. She's a punishment, a curse that can't be undone. When Odysseus reached this passage, he didn't pray for a miracle. The sorceress Circe had warned him, sail toward Charybdis, lose everyone. Sail toward Scylla, lose 6. He made the hardest choice a leader can make. Imagine you're standing on that deck. The whirlpool churns to your right. Charybdis's maw opens wide enough to swallow your ship whole. To your left, the cliffs, Scylla's cave. You grip the wheel. Your hands are shaking. You steer left toward the monster you can see. The 6 necks shoot down like lightning. They pluck men from the deck, your best men, screaming. You don't stop rowing. You don't look back. Because if you hesitate, everyone dies. Odysseus paid the toll in blood to keep the ship moving. He chose 6 lives over all. After Scylla, Odysseus's crew never spoke of the 6 again. Their names were erased from the ship's log, because to remember them was to admit, we could have been them. Here's what the ancient texts don't always tell you. Scylla wasn't always a monster. She was a nymph, beautiful and innocent. The sea god Poseidon desired her. When she refused him, the sorceress Circe, jealous and scorned, cursed her, transformed her into the creature we fear. So when you ask, why does she kill? The answer is simple. Because she was punished for saying no. And now, every sailor who passes through this strait pays for the sins of the gods. Scylla didn't choose to be a monster. She was made one.
If you survive the passage, land finally appears. The home of the Harpies. It is an island pressed against the mountain ring, where black cliffs rise like wounds, and massive stalactites hang above like the teeth of the world. At first, the silence feels like mercy. You see fish in the shallows and animals in the brush. You think the sea has finally allowed you to breathe. Then you notice the sky is never empty. Alo, Ocypete, and Celaeno circle high above the cliffs as heavy, watchful scavengers. Their bodies are avian, their wings stained and rough, but their faces remain human enough to remind you that they understand exactly what you are doing. In myth, they were the hounds of Zeus, sent to steal the meals of a king. On this island, they repeat that sentence every day. You hunt, you catch, and before the food reaches your lips, it is gone. They don't descend to kill you. They descend to make survival feel temporary. Here, starvation is an erosion of the soul. The Harpies teach you how fragile hope becomes when something smarter than you decides when you are allowed to eat. So look at your map again. If you were in Odysseus's position, standing on that deck as 6 necks descended, would you have the stomach to make the choice? Would you sacrifice 6 to save the rest? Because one day, every captain learns something. Monsters don't decide your fate, you do. Between Scylla and Charybdis, the sea doesn't ask who you are. It asks what you're willing to lose. And if you don't want to lose the journey beyond our known world, beyond what we're told is possible, then stay with us and subscribe, because there are more hidden realms ahead. See you in the next world.